Right. Oh!
Oh, you
I'm
okay?
okay. Yep, I'm okay.
Okay.
I hope the microphone's okay.
No, I didn't hit that hard.
Caught in my toes.
Hey, they're both
So the
working.
whole world knows.
Hi, everybody.
Pam is okay.
Sam's okay. Don't worry.
We think the microphone's okay.
The microphone's okay. I can see it's responding. Hey, hey.
Okay, we're here. Oh, I just saw. There we go. Woof. Yes, I'm okay. I got my bare feet on, and the mic cord got caught between my toes.
You ought to bring that.
So I will. Just
Okay.
give me a minute. Let's see who's here.
Oh my gosh, look at all those people that are here. Well, thank you.
Chartiers are here from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. I'll say that again.
No, they
Good
heard.
dog,
They
Sky.
heard that. Now they're hearing it louder.
Chartiers are here from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. And we have Melissa Clark Seastrand. You've been here before. I didn't know you were from Minnesota. She's in Duluth, Minnesota.
Duluth, really?
And we've got Leslie Bartow from Portland, Maine. Leslie, thank you for your check. As always, Leslie is one of our loyal supporters, and we get a check from her in the mail every month, and we certainly do appreciate it very, very much. And Leslie, I don't think I ever told you this, but my middle name is Leslie. Isn't that cool?
So you're related.
We're related,
Apparently
right?
You're related.
Apparently, we are related. Yep, my name is Pamela Leslie Weeks, and funny and a little painful family story for you all, but I can say it now after all these years. My grandmother hated the name Leslie, so she, this is my mother's mother, always called me Pamela Louise.
Even though that wasn't anything to do with your name.
Even though no one else in my family ever called me Pamela unless I was in trouble. And my middle name was Leslie. And so I went for years thinking my grandmother really didn't care much about me because she didn't even really know my name. I mean, we're talking a 4, 5, 6-year-old kid.
Okay.
Like, made sense to me then. It was weird. It was very strange. So I happily embrace my middle name, Leslie.
And here we are.
And here we are. So let's see, who else is here? Louis Eads is here. That's a good thing because Louis sent us a tune, which we didn't have time to go over, but it's on your music stand.
Really?
Yep. So we have Minnesota,
We got the
Wisconsin,
upper Midwest.
Indiana,
We'd really
Portland,
have the
Maine,
upper
and
Midwest.
Massachusetts. Hi, Katerina.
I thought Katerina was in Germany by now.
She's here. She said gardening season has started here. First tomatoes and red currants.
Currants.
Red currants,
Who
really?
grows currants? Do you?
Katerina.
Yeah, I get that. Who besides Katerina? Okay, so
And Allison is here from Louisiana.
Allison.
All right, this is a great spectrum of the United States. And yeah, the flowers hang in there. Actually,
These
the
are
flowers in the vase
from last week.
are the ones from last week. They still are blooming. The daylilies have been opening up. They've still been growing and opening up, and the
In the water.
daisies are
Okay.
hanging in there. They're just in water. Katerina says, I didn't go to Germany because my dad is still in hospital.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's too bad.
So are you going to go? I don't know. You're going to go. Subsequently, or
Oh,
are
I
you going
bet
to?
you will.
Okay.
So, yeah, gardening season is in full swing here as well, of course. Mostly greens. I don't have any peas yet, although our local farmers do, but they can start peas earlier than I can. And What am I getting on my garden right now? I'm getting greens. I'm getting a little bit of kale and some lettuce. And actually, my lettuce got slayed by the heat stroke that we had. Heat stroke, the heat wave.
Heat stroke.
I had the heat stroke.
We
They
had-
had the heat wave that we had recently. And so one of my neighbors very kindly brought me some of her lettuce because she had been home to water it when I wasn't. And I'm picking collards. The collards are very happy. Peas are starting. My peas are blooming. They're not ready yet. So Andre is saying my peas are just starting to bloom. Yeah, we're probably pretty close, I think, on the schedule. Peas are blooming. And let's see. I could probably harvest a little Swiss chard and some of my other greens. I just haven't yet. So, we are going to play for you. We've been talking a lot. We are still going to play for you. Hi Elaine, YouTube versions for all from last time. Oh wow, you have a few snap peas already, Kim. So, we had a little trouble getting online tonight for some reason. I'm now using Restream so I can stream to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And at first, it was not accepting Facebook, and I had to go through a little bit of juggling and redo some things. And then we got it on Facebook and YouTube. And so, Elaine, the YouTube version is from last time. It might have not have been the current. What we're doing live now might have not been up on your screen at that moment. So it would be great if you could check that again before you head off, because then I'll just know. I am watching the YouTube live stream on my computer, and Claudia Griffin is there. Hi, Claudia from Norwich, New York, another state chiming in. That's awesome. So it is working on YouTube. So Elaine, if you want to check that, I would encourage you just to refresh and try again. I really appreciate that you check these things for us, because I know you can't stay all evening. All right, let's get happening. We're going to do a song for you at 7 o'clock. Wow. But let's do a song. Or do you want to dive right into the jam?
No, I want to
We
do
got
a
all
song.
messed up. One of those nights we got all messed up. Right? We thought everything was perfect.
I
then
didn't get
it
messed
wasn't.
up.
Well, I did.
Okay, I'm just waiting. Okay, let's do a song,
Let's do a song.
and then
Then head into the jam.
okay, yep.
Okay.
we're
So
gonna do
today we had a Cajun practice with our bandmate Jim Joseph, who you all know and love, for our Cajun band. But the practice was for our Cajun band because we're playing here in Brunswick, the closest
town.
town to me, real
Tomorrow.
town, like major town to me, and we're playing there tomorrow night with our band Jimmy Joe and the Jambalayas. So we're going to do and Elaine Malkin says YouTube is fine now. So we're going to do one of the songs we practiced today, assuming I can still remember the words after all this. Aujourd'hui. It's called La Pendant Scenique. We've done it for you before, but it's been a while. So La Pendant Scenique, a rabbit in its nest. And the lyrics are talking about how the rabbit is in its nest with all its little babies, and they're all cooking a great gumbo together, and they're playing tunes. And the final line is I'm as happy as a rabbit in its nest.
Le Pan Dansonique.
La Pendant Scenique. Yep.
Here we go. Da, da, da. to the.
Oh,
to
and
the
Louis
jam.
says the music stand is hiding Bill a little bit.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I've got that there for the song, the tune that he requested, right? Okay, it's gonna go away soon, promise. Really? Oh,
Yeah.
you're
So
not-
Allison, you've played this tune in Louisiana, but the melody, if you played the tune and not sung the lyrics, the melody is the Empty Bottle Stomp. And took that tune and put these lyrics to it. And of course, because she plays with her husband and Michael Doucet, it all comes out a little differently than a jam version. But the I think is it the Empty Bottle Stomp? It's
I don't know. I don't know.
I could be wrong. It is a different two-step. The tune is a different two-step. No, I don't think it is the Empty Bottle Stomp.
I don't.
If I remember, I'll mention it. But
Okay.
there is a two-step that Anne took the tune from. Anne Savoy took the tune from to write her tune with. Yeah, I know. We need an accordion, but
We got
here we
what
are.
we got.
We got what we got.
And the accordion came along way
After the fiddle.
way late in the Cajun deal. So, what do we got? We're gonna do this thing in G minor.
Sure. You want to start out with that?
Well, I want to get it out.
You want to get it
so,
over with?
So the music stand. I mean, it's like
Can you hand me a copy? Because I put both copies
only-
on there.
I only. Oh.
You keep the copy with the chords.
That's not gonna help me any at all. I'm not gonna try to do that. I'm trying to learn a new chord shape learn on the fly. Okay.
So I'm gonna explain it because you can do it, Bill. And so Bill and I didn't. Louis requested this tune, but Bill and I did not have time to practice it. And the chord in question, if anyone had a chance to download the music, is a B flat augmented, and all it really is if you do a D chord, Bill, and then the A is here, it moves up to there. It's a really weird sounding chord. That's all. That's the only change. Do a D. Do your D. You still need the F sharp. No, Bill, you still have to have the F sharp. Slide your first finger up a fret. Squidge it. Not the whole shape. Or rearrange your fingers.
Isn't
Yeah.
that how I play?
And put your first finger on the F sharp. There you go. Right, you got it.
Who the heck would want to play that chord?
It fits the tune. So what we're talking about here, we're gonna do this, and if any of you had a chance to download it, you'll understand what we're talking about. In the Hall of the Mountain King, Louis requested tonight, so we're gonna do it. Do the best you can. It's in the key of G minor, and we'll take our time. We will not do it quickly. It will be a creeping march of Hall of the Mountain King. You will all recognize it, I'm sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't recognize it.
You will. I
G
bet
minor?
you will. Bum ba da 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 dum.
So there's a kind of an introduction here. We're going to play that and then go in.
No,
then,
there's not an introduction. That's the beginning of the tune. Ya da 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 dum. That's the beginning of the tune.
Okay, G minor.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, the rolling pin. You're right, Allison. It's the rolling pin. That's the melody. The Mountain King is what we're playing in the Hall of the Mountain King. So let's just go for it. Have fun. And if you hear the chords are wrong, don't worry about it.
Okay. Good luck to us all.
You got the A flat thing? Do a bar chord A and go down a fret. Yeah, that's all.
And G minor.
And G minor. Yep. You'll be fine there.
Yeah, I'm not going to be fine. Well, I'll try my best. Here we go.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I had to tighten my bow. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bill, let's start again. I don't know where you are.
I have no idea where I am. Like this is.
All right, tell you what, guys.
Why don't you just play it?
Tell you what, we're going to save this for another week after we've had a chance to practice it. Because this isn't really fair to Bill. I wrote it out, but we got jammed up this afternoon and never had time to sit down and go over it together. Okay? So we'll just move on.
Goodbye.
So Lewis, so all of you, what I did, and I bet none of you have had a chance to do this yet, but I posted it in the Tuesday Night Jam Facebook group. And so if you go there, you can download it and you can see how nasty these chords are. And then we'll all try it together again another week. Next week.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Bill gets a gold star for even trying this. Melissa says, I was thinking of Bugs Bunny when they first started singing that. It's a really fun tune, and it's so cool that my guess, Lewis, is you brought it up because you got taught it at somewhere like Fiddle Camp, which I could totally see our zany mandolin teachers offering that tune. It's a classical piece. It's a theme from a much longer classical piece written by Edvard Grieg, and it's really great. So go home and look it up and read it, practice it, and we will too. And then we'll do it together.
Okay.
So, are there any requests coming up? We haven't talked about that yet. This is a jam, for those of you who are new, this is a jam that it's meant to be an intermediate jam. And please type in the chat tunes you would like us to play. We aim for that intermediate level. Easy tunes will play up to speed. Intermediate tunes, if they're well known, we'll just do up to speed. Or we might do it slower a couple times first and then faster. Hard tunes, hard for the fiddle or hard for the guitar, we will play lopey throughout. So everyone has a chance to be able to do it. Our intent is that you're all playing along. And so that's how we approach this. So please type into the chat and let me know what you would like to play. Le Charmant, says Allison. Absolutely. Le Charmant is a jig in G. In the key of G.
Okay, I'll be prompting you on the chords. I'll call them ahead of the time that you have to play them. I'll be using phonetics for the chord letters. George for G, dog for D, Charlie for C. Here we go.
Okay. Little bit slow at first. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Dog, George, Charlie, dog, E minor, Charlie, A minor, dog, George, dog, Charlie, dog, eggplant minor, Charlie, A minor, dog, and George. Charlie,
For those of you wondering about the sub story going on here, both dogs got a big chewy bone last night, rawhide bone. Today, only the end of one of them still exists. And so there's often a little bit of tension around that one piece of bone that still exists. But Nico is very much the alpha dog in this household, so he's got it. And Sky is looking at us like, Mom,
When don't I get when don't I get a bone?
get it for me. Or, Mom, I need a new bone. We're not quite sure which one. But so there's like this little doggy soap opera scene going on here while we're playing.
What do we got for another tune?
All right, hi Phil Sains. Is this a new dog? Well, you might not have seen her before. I've had Sky since when did I get you, honey? October. Got her at 2 months old in October, and she has not always been on screen, so you might have not seen her when you've been here. But she is now 11 months old and doing really fine. She's a great girl. She's a full border collie, and I mean a full border collie.
AKC registered. She's got papers.
Yeah, she's like 200% border collie. They don't go for 100%. They go. Border collies go for 200%.
All 200
all the
or
time.
nothing. Yeah.
All 200 or nothing. Yep,
We got a tune.
we do. And yeah, they get along really well. He wasn't too sure at first. I got her because I really wanted him to have a companion before he got too old to enjoy having another dog around. I hit just before. I think I was really good that I got her now. And he wasn't so excited at first, but he has warmed up to her.
Oh yeah.
And now they're great buddies. And to just this weekend, I got to tell you guys, as I'm getting ready for the next tune, we kind of hit a milestone. 2 milestones, really. Yesterday, I was able to take them in the car and go to a local pond, and which has a boat ramp where a lot of people don't swim there, but they take their dogs there and they put their kayaks and canoes in there, and it's not really a swimming pond per se. But I took them down there and they did great. And Sky did not freak out too much about new people and vehicles because she's a little bit spooky. And they did so well, each of them on their one leash, that we had a good long walk today with both dogs at the same time with me on their leashes. They did not get tangled up. They did not start like playing in the middle of the road and tumbling over each other like they have in the past. They were like walking 2 dogs. It was really great. It means that I can walk 2 dogs at the same time now. And
It's
they
like
both can get walks every day.
A double dog walk.
Instead of one dog one day and one dog the other day, because Sky is always jumping on top of Nico and causing trouble. Anyway, the story of a double dog owner,
Double dog owner. The old double dog.
Yeah, they do keep each other on their toes. They both keep each other on their toes. So we are like chatting away here, hoping for more tunes to be written into the chat that you guys have. Old French, we can do that. And Green Apple Quick Step. Absolutely. So green apples in honor of my dad recuperating.
That's from Katerina.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Come on. Dad.
And what is he recuperating from? That would relate to green apples.
I'm not quite
Let's
sure.
do Old French and then we'll do green apples.
DNA?
Key of D, dog. Yeah. And the B part is in the key of A.
Yep, so D-dog, here we go. D-dog.
Oh, I'm going to do it lopey at first. This is a reel and it can go
Lopey.
quite fast. The
Lopey.
chords are not hard, but it's very notey. 2, 1,
D-dog.
2.
Hey. dog, dog. A dog. A dog. A George. George. George A. George A. Back to D. A. D dog. You're on your own. Last time. Out.
Yes. I love that tune.
Old French.
And so. Broke his hip while in vacation in Spain. Needed surgery to replace his already replaced hip. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Old bones, yeah. Oh, well. Our best wishes go out to him for healing quickly and safely, and we know how hard it can be as you get older to heal from things. Sky is like Lassie. In a way she is. She's sure she talks to us. Jim was here earlier for rehearsal, and we were playing, I forget what tune it was, but we were playing away, and she was standing by his right shoulder, staring at him. Like the whole time we were playing, she never took her eyes off of him. She's staring and staring and staring, and obviously he should have realized something. Obviously, he should have realized what she was telling him.
Yep.
And being a mere human, he had no idea what she was trying to tell him. But
I
she
mean-
was quite sure. She was quite sure she was telling him something. And I did figure out what it was. It was the her ball that she's obsessed with had my dog Nico was lying down next to the sofa, and her ball had dropped between Nico and the sofa, and she was afraid to get it because Nico would bark at her. And so she was asking Jim to get the ball for her. Well, Jim had no idea because he hadn't seen what happened. But Sadie was quite sure that he should understand what she was talking about by staring at him.
Sky.
Sky, did I say Sadie?
Yeah, you did.
I know, it's going to happen. Sadie was my border collie before Nico.
Okay.
So.
Green apple.
Yeah, definitely. Timmy was in the well. The ball was in the dungeon, in the dragon's lair. And Sky was afraid to go after it. All right, Green Apple Quick Step, and please put some more ideas in the chat. Hi, Jeff and Raven. Glad that you're here with us. Bum.
G. George, everybody. Great tune by our old late friend
Many of our old friend.
David Kaner. Yep.
1, 2, 1,
G.
2.
George. Charlie. George. A minor. D dog. D7 George. Charlie and George. Charlie dog and George. Charlie. G. George. Charlie. George. D dog. Charlie dog. E minor. Eggplant minor. Charlie George. G dog George. C. G. A minor. D. 7. G. C. B. C. D. C. C. G. George. C. George. D. Dog. 7. George. Charlie dog. Eggplant minor. C. G. D. You're on your own. G.
One more time.
One more time. Here we go.
that tune.
Yep.
Definitely love that tune.
And it's in a nice little book of tunes. Show them the cover. Compiled by Susan Conger.
Yep, we'll just remind you all of that if I can get
Called
to the
Along
cover.
the River. And it's got a lot of tunes composed by people in that sort of
Connecticut Valley,
River Valley.
Connecticut River Valley,
Yep.
which is not just Connecticut, but also Massachusetts and up into Vermont.
Yep.
And there it is. So that's one of the collections that I have. I have a lot of collections of tunes. But that's definitely one that I come back to time and again, as of course I do to the New England Fiddler's Companion, or whatever it's called, the Little Fiddle Book, as I call it.
Repertoire.
New England Fiddler's Repertoire.
Yep.
But there's a bunch of other books that I harvest tunes from on a regular basis. It's all good. It's all learning by ear, learning by reading tunes. All is good.
What do we got?
Well, let's see. A bunch of
More
things have come
requests.
in.
I know the requests have been rolling in now.
They actually have been.
They have been?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Katerina, I was totally surprised that the dogs walked together so well. Like, wow, this is actually going to work. Broke his hip while on vacation in Spain. Needed surgery. Read that. Sourgrass and Granite again. Of course we can. Pay to Ho, Reunion Jig. Reunion Jig. I did not write Reunion Jig, Andrea, although I wish I had.
Russ Barenberg.
Russ Barenberg wrote it. Yeah, he's an amazing bluegrass guitar player
From Nashville.
who lives in Nashville with Susan
Married to Susan Kevra.
Kevra. Married to Susan Kevra.
Clarinet player and contradance caller. Square
Originally
dance caller.
from the Connecticut River Valley.
Right.
So it's someone we knew when she lived up here, and then
No, from
where's she from originally?
Montpelier.
Oh, Montpelier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then she lived in. Did she ever live in
Montague?
Montague?
No.
Okay,
She
but
lived,
she was part of that
not,
crew
yeah, that whole Greenfield.
because that's how we knew her.
Yeah.
Coleman's March, good idea. Eskimo Reel.
Well, we
yep.
got okay.
So we get a bunch that we can pay to Ho. Yep.
Let's do
And so-
reunion jig. Because
Yep.
we haven't done that many jigs yet.
Right.
I think this was originally written in A, but we're going to play it in D because that's how we know it. Right? Or do you
Yeah.
want to
It
play
was.
it in A?
Yeah, we played in D, and that seems to be the fiddle key for it. Russ, as a guitar player, wrote it in A.
Okay.
So it's good to know both. Midnight on the Water, another great idea.
Wow.
All right, awesome. And let me see.
Wow, it's like our like all-time
floodgates
favorites
open.
list.
Yes.
Rabbits.
Oh, the conversations I missed here. Melissa is dealing with lots of rabbits in her garden.
Really?
Mm.
You mean wild rabbits?
Wild rabbits. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
You know, I saw rabbits around when I first moved to Maine in the western foothills, but I have not seen them since. We had them when I lived in western New York, near Buffalo. There were bunnies. There were always bunnies, and I've told Bill this. I don't think I've told you guys this, but my family was quite religious on the Episcopalian side of things, the Anglican Catholic side. I would say not even Episcopalian, but Anglican Catholic. So we really celebrated Easter, and my dad was often quite staid and quiet and scared all my friends. He was not a jovial, he was not like Bill. I was really close to him, but he was not like...
Therefore...
But he was not like bubbly and friendly and someone everybody fell in love with like Bill is. And so... I know I'm embarrassing you.
So what do you like?
So anyway,
Like,
but he had his sweet side. And Easter Eve, he would always put, because this was near Buffalo, New York, we would usually still have snow at Easter time. And so we'd always put food out for the bunnies. So they would make bunny tracks up to our back door.
Really?
Uh-huh.
And they really did.
And they really did. They
Oh,
made bunny tracks up to
wow.
our back door.
That's pretty cool.
So we believed in the Easter bunny for a really long time.
Okay.
Even though we knew we had bunnies in the backyard.
Actual rabbit,
Mhm.
hares.
Yeah, bunnies. Rabbits. Rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, back to music.
Dum-da-lee-da-dee-da.
We're doing, I'm just sort of looking at the chat. We're doing Reunion Jig,
Yep, by Russ
written by Russ
Barenberg.
Barenberg. We'll do it slowly at first.
Cube-de-dog.
1, 2, 1,
Dee-dog.
2.
Hey, dog. Sure. Hey, dog. Hey, dog. George, hey, dog. Dog. George. E minor, hey, dog. Hey, dog. George, hey, dog. Hey, dog. Hey, dog. E minor, hey. Dog. Hey, dog. E minor, hey, dog. George. E minor, hey, dog. Dog. George, hey, dog. Dog. George. E minor, hey, dog. Hey, dog. George, hey, dog. Hey. Dog, A. Dog, B minor, A. Dog, A. Dog, B minor, E minor, A. Dog. E minor, A, D. One more. Great
All right.
tune. That's a
Awesome.
great tune. Wow. Awesome tune.
Sorry, my fiddle is changing tuning as I play. I'm checking with my tuner.
We got. Okay. Don't forget about the tip jar, everybody. Most of the money in the tip jar goes to dog and cat treats, so
Especially dog treats.
don't
now.
think it's us hogging all the money, you know. Okay?
Most of it goes to Chewy Bones at this point.
Chewy bones, and really, those chewy bones are not as cheap as they used to be because of the supply chain disruptions that have happened recently, and tariffs.
They simply are not as
There's
cheap as they used
tariffs
to be. period.
on the chewy bone.
Oh my God. We
Okay.
won't go into that. 'cause-
No, we're not going into that. No,
let's see.
just saying what the
Here we go.
truth is.
Oh my goodness, all kinds of requests here.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
awesome.
Well, why do you people put
And
them
I'll
in
just
early?
remind you, put them in keep putting them in because what we don't get to this week, we will play next week.
Don't. Oh my God, there's so many tunes in there now.
And
we'll never.
that's a really good point. You know, we have the Tuesday night Facebook group, and I use my own page for this live feed because that's what we did from the beginning. That's why we don't do it on the group page. But the group page is there. I do check it. So all through the week, anytime you think, wow, there's a tune I'd love to play next week at the jam, put it in there.
Yep.
Let me know. Put it in the Tuesday night group page, or you can even upload music to it, I think. Or at least email me or message me or put it on my Facebook feed and ask to play it. And that helps a lot. Then we can plan for it, and maybe I can get music out to you guys ahead of time through that very
Okay.
same Facebook page. So
Midnight
Sour
on-
Grass and Granite
Oh,
was the
that's a
next
good one. Midnight on the Water popped up in there somewhere.
It did.
Okay,
Sour
so
Grass
Sour
and Granite
That
is
in-
next
In G?
in the key of D,
D dog.
D dog.
Close. I
And
had it
this
close.
was brought to us by Andrea Chartier.
Yep.
And boy, even more are coming in. Awesome. I love that. I love that more requests are coming in. Then we will have time to play, because then we'll know what we're playing next week.
Yep.
All right, Sour Grass and Granite. This is a jig in the key of D dog.
D dog.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Dog. George. Dog. E minor A. Dog. A. D minor George. George. Dog. George. E minor A. Dog. D minor A. George. Dog. George. Dog. that tune? Do we know?
Brian Bickell.
Who-
Brian Pickell. Pickell.
Pickle.
Well, I don't know whether it's Pickle or Pickell.
Pickle. Hi, Brian. If you're tuning in,
Let us
please
know.
check in. And
So here's what the notes say that I see right here. Named in honor of, he's from Paris, Ontario, guitarist Brian Pickell. Named in honor of Canadian fiddler Pierre Schreier's older sister Julie, the piano player in Pierre's band. When not touring with a band, she lives with her family on a farm whose principal features are sour grass and granite.
wow,
So sour grass must be a kind of grass up there. And then granite outcroppings.
I got it.
Very nice. Very cool. All right. Let's see. What came in after that? Sour grass and granite.
Well, we did have Midnight.
We did.
But
A bunch of stuff came in before that.
Yep.
And I would like to say, I'm just looking back and talking about the Hall of the Mountain King. The Hall of the Mountain King is part of a much larger piece of classical music called the Peer Gynt Suite. Peer, P-E-E-R, Gynt, G-Y-N-T, Suite. Written by Grieg, Edvard Grieg. And so there are several movements in that piece. It's meant to, I believe it was originally a ballet was written for it. And so the Hall of the Mountain King is a particular, I think, I could be wrong about it being a ballet, but I think it is. But it's a suite.
A movement from
It's a
that
movement from that suite. And that, what we will play next week, it's the theme from that movement.
Okay.
So let's see. Oh, corn imitation chicken, loaded salad and salsa rosa with chips. A few meals coming in here.
Okay, and now it's time.
We had Paul Newman pizza
It's now time for
with
the
extra
people.
vegetables.
People have never typed into the chat ever before, and are just sitting back there lurking to type into the chat and say that you're here.
Where you
Now
come
it's your
from,
turn. Now it's time.
where you're from,
We've
what you had for dinner, like some people have been saying. How's the weather? What's your life like? This is a very friendly group of people.
yeah, no, time to get
And they
time
like
to
to
get
chat
brave.
amongst each other.
So stop lurking. Come on, let us hear that know that
And
you're
send
here.
us tunes because
And send us
we'll
tunes.
play them next week. Idaho.
Dog.
D-Dog.
Dog.
A little slow at first.
Okay, Lopey, maybe.
A little lopey.
You would
Yeah.
say Lopey, kind of,
Yeah, comfortable tempo.
but not
fast,
too Lopey.
Not too loopy.
No, yeah, it's like the loopy.
And it's a
maybe.
well-known tune, but it kind of moves around the fiddle a lot.
Yeah, it's like loopy more than like
Loopy
Lopey.
more than Lopey?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
I think you're a little loopy.
D-Dog. Here we go,
Hey,
D-Dog.
I have nothing but praise for Bill. He came here today and miraculously, just by his touch, fixed my lawnmower.
Yeah, well, I did know. It's a cranky
It's a-
solenoid
yeah.
on the starter motor. That's all.
He made it work. That's
Cranky.
all I care about. One,
I mowed the
two,
lawn.
1, 2.
D-Dog. And D-Dog. Hey. D-Dog. Hey. D-Dog. George. Hey. D-Dog. George. Hey. Back to D. George. Hey. D-Dog. time. Here we go.
Pick it up.
Idaho, the high ground, the highland, the highlands. I don't know.
Leftover hot dogs and chips for supper.
Oh.
False to jeune fille, great idea.
Oh, let's do Lost as shit like.
Well, we've got time for one more.
Oh.
So we got to kind of choose. We could do that for the last one. I'm just trying to figure out where this all came from. Katerina says, I'm going to read this so that Bill hears it. New people, be advised. Bill has never heeded his own advice.
What's that? What advice is that? Wait a minute.
And Phil says...
You know too much about me.
Phil says in answer to that, does that mean he's used a capo?
No. No, I have not. Oh, I cannot. I have used a capo, but I don't like it. That makes no sense. Okay, so we need to circle back to this. What advice is that? Okay. Oh man. All right, we don't have time.
That's great. All right.
We could spend another half an hour. Oh God, more than that on this, but we can't. We got time for. Oh, what's all those hearts there?
Oh, the hearts were for sour grass and granite.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah,
Great tune.
it's a lovely, lovely tune, and Lewis says closest. I mean, I think you mean closet capo user. Oh, the capo jokes are back.
Well, I appreciate it. You won't find a capo in my possession. I had one for about a year that I stole from a guy.
And you probably never used it.
No, I never used it. And I finally found it again and gave it back. It was gold plated. It was gold colored too.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Nice. Yep. Nice. Okay, we can do one more tune. Oh, they're mignon. You guys, you have so many great ideas. We're going to do them all next week. Pinot's Got Memories, A Wonderful Waltz, Charlotte Dantino Bazinet, absolutely, Calliope House, Pete's March. We have a really good start on next week. I love this.
The next start. That's like the whole of next week.
Eskimo Rio. Awesome. We are going to have a great time next week. So please tune in again.
Okay,
we'll do, what do we say? The simple tune, maybe the Little March Pascal played all over Campolinier. Oh, Allison, I bet that was the one he wrote for his daughter, which I absolutely love. Dum ba da 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 dum is the A part.
Chauffeur.
And then bum bum ba da 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 dum bum bum ba da 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 dum. Let me know if that's that tune and that march, and we will play it another week.
If you can,
or we will anyway, because I absolutely love that little
she
march.
just did.
Louis Cyr will do that. Kerfunken.
Oh my goodness!
Yep. Wow, all kinds of tunes coming in.
We need more time. Okay.
Yes, we will play them all next week.
Okay.
And this week we will close out with Valse de Jeune Fille.
Yeah.
Da, 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 dum. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you were saying.
I know. That's
okay.
And I.
Yep. We'll do Valse de Jeune Fille.
In D.
The Waltz of the Little Girls in the key of D. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
B minor, G minor, A, D, eggplant minor, boy minor, Georgie minor, A, D, you're on your own. E minor, we minor, one more time. How about that, everybody?
Such a sweet little waltz.
Wow.
Great suggestion. Okay, and I promise we will. I
There's
will make
like
a list and we'll do all
10
these
new,
tunes.
there's
Yeah.
10 tunes there.
And we'll
like
do all these
8
other
or
tunes
6.
next week.
Don't forget the tip jar, everybody. Don't mean to be a pest, but keeps the animals going.
Keeps the animals happy, keeps us going with this jam,
Yep.
actually. So thank you to everyone who has been sending funds into us. We really appreciate. Some people do it every single week. People do it once in a while, a larger amount. Whatever works for you. PayPal, Venmo, a check in the mail. Reach out to me if you need my address. It really helps us keep this jam going. And it helps for those folks who can't afford it. That's okay. The people who can are helping it keep going, kind of like public radio, you know?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the people who
Oh,
can afford
yeah,
it
yep.
help keep the whole thing going for the community.
Keep it going,
And
everybody.
we really appreciate it.
Want to just stay here for a while and just like we can
No, I'm just
smile
checking
and
the-
have people look at us, see how good we look.
I'm just checking the chat. There's lots of nice thank yous. So as always, I'll say it again, as always, play lots of good music, eat good food, hug your loved ones, your pets, be friendly to your neighbors, take good care of yourself.
You belong to me. And
We
don't,
belong to each other.
and don't
and-
spend too much time looking at the news.
And don't spend too much time looking at the news.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We'll see you all next week.
Come on.